Hello, travelers, and welcome to the Horror Greenbook, the channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I am your travel guide, Brendon, here in the Scary Sanctuary, bringing to you live watch party number 32, continuing along some more demons fun. So, this is going to be a lot of fun, everyone. I can't wait. Let's see, we got Bumper in the house. What's going on, Bumper? Hope everyone's having a good time. See, we got Vero in the house. Vero's ready to get spooky. Loving the zombie. Hey, we got Happy Toys and Collectibles. What's going on, Donovan? Hope you and the lady enjoyed your time in DFW and enjoyed the show. That was very cool. I've been meaning to go out there. I still haven't made it out there. Drop it real quick to say what's up. Kings up 1-0. Hey, wishing the Kings best of luck, Tony. I'm wearing my hockey jersey because I went for 2 for 1. BOGO at Chipotle. So figured might as well go ahead and get a couple of bowls. Hey, Triple T. That's right, Triple T in the house. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Donovan. But yeah, guys, we're gonna watch Demons 2. You will be able to find it on Pluto. Unfortunately, it wasn't available on Tubi, but thankfully, Pluto's coming through. And for me, generally, they have pretty short ads, and they keep their ads to a minimum. So we'll see how that goes tonight. He's like, hell yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, man. Hopefully you'll be back and in a good mood, and Triple T will be ready to rock and roll. But yeah, guys, glad to have you in the house here with me tonight. It's been a pretty chill weekend for me. Well, at least it was. A lot of y'all got to hang out with me and watch WrestleMania. And speaking of WrestleMania, if you guys are not a member of the Discord community, definitely make sure to join because we have some fun in there. That's for sure, guys. We have live watch parties. It could be a movie, it could be a sporting event. You never know. But yeah, guys, you just watched Demons. Okay, cool. Glad that you watched it so that you could catch up and see part 2. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it was a fantastic weekend. I wanted to see Sinners for the second time this weekend, but just so much was working against me as far as time. But maybe I'll be lucky and I'll get a chance to check it out um, maybe tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. So, hey, it's on Pluto, Bumper. Yeah, you'll be able to catch this on Pluto. The link is pinned in the chat, everyone. You'll be able to scroll up and find it. But yeah, guys, this was going to be fun because we get some young Aja Argento, and then we also get her mom in here. So it's pretty fun. Then maybe we'll get to see the church, which is technically Demons Part 3, but really not really. Yeah. So I'll say we'll probably start the film in like 5 minutes. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing like maybe a live discussion in regards to Sinners, maybe tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. We'll see how it goes if I get time. But I pretty much have like an outline of the film and everything and things that I want to talk about. The film's just like magnificent, but I want to see it a second time before I do a live discussion. So maybe I'll get to the theater tomorrow. It's Tuesday and they have discounted tickets at Cinemark, but it doesn't matter because I still want to go and see it on 70 millimeter. And I'm very, very fortunate that the Dallas Fort Worth area has an IMAX screen that is able to play 70 millimeter films. So we have one of the 10 copies of Sinners in 70 millimeter. So I'm 100% looking forward to that. Hey, we got Ghosty in the house. What's going on, Ghosty? Yeah, I did see the trailer for Until Dawn, Bumper. That looks really good, man. I never got around to playing the Until Dawn game, but I have friends that have streamed their walkthroughs online, and I've checked it out, and it looks like a pretty fun game. So love the premise of it. So I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to translate that on screen. So you're right, man. It looks really promising. Hey, but yeah, it's gonna be fun, guys. We got Ghosty Vera in the house. Tony's coming through later. Bumper, Happy Toys and Collectibles. Oh, it's a blast, guys. So make sure you're queued up. We're less than 2 minutes away from the start of the film. I need to get queued up myself. I always say that for everyone else, and then I forget to do it myself until like the last second. Go figure. All right. Oh, don't need to turn it to full screen just yet. All right. All right. Now I have it paused. Sweet. But how's everyone going tonight? Or how's everyone doing tonight? Or how's it going for everyone tonight? AB in the house. What's going on, AB? Glad to have you in here. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. You haven't played the game either, but dealing with yeah, yeah. It's very interesting for sure. Barbara's waiting on tacos. Yeah, I had a great night. I had hibachi earlier, so it was a steak and shrimp hibachi. So that's always a wonderful start for tonight. And I got Chipotle for tomorrow. So I went ahead and put that in the fridge and get that ready to be warmed up tomorrow. Been shopping for Blu-rays, doing laundry. Hey, it's been a busy day. Yeah, it's on Pluto, AB. But yeah, and make sure guys to hit that like button before we start and get deep into Demons 2. You just watched the Last of Us episode. Yeah, Vero. As someone that played the games and had like a few years to prepare for this, I still wasn't prepared. So don't feel bad at all, Vero. You're totally one among many that are still trying to deal with it. Yeah, you're definitely going to go through the emotional ringer, that's for sure, guys. All right, everyone, go ahead and press play for Demons. Let me press full screen. Turn the chat on. More Mario Bava. Well, Lamberto Bava, son of Mario Bava. Was the episode worse than the game? The game, well, the game is really different. I would say the game is more insensitive. That's the way I would say. Can't wait for it to hit. Hey, I know that feeling. Yeah, they oh yeah, they got to do it early in the show in order for all the stuff that they have to pack in because there's a lot that they could do in season 2. And to tell you the truth, the second game is so long, I wouldn't be surprised if they stretch it out to 2 seasons because a lot of stuff happens in the second game. But it's definitely less respectful. I would say. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Yeah, seeing it in IMAX is the best way, Jeff. I can't wait to see it in 70 millimeter. It's gonna be either tomorrow or Wednesday, but we'll see. Hey, man, I'm glad that you stopped by, man. I know you have work early in the morning, man. So the fact that you're able to stop by for however long you are able to is always something that I really, really have a lot of gratitude for. Dude got the Forrest Gump sign. Definitely watch it, Ghosty. You know what? As I said, it's more respectful than in the game. In the game, I was infuriated, but after watching the episode, I was like, you know what? Okay, they changed just enough for the people that have a lot of problems with stuff to kind of like alleviate those worries. You see, in Sinners Tomorrow, AV. Oh, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. I'm gonna do a live discussion, so I want to do it possibly tomorrow because that way I could do it before disgraceful double features. You're so wide awake after being out for, for a long weekend. Oh, nice. Yeah, just stick it out, Ghosty. Stick it out. You're still gonna feel numb, but it's not too bad. Right, the game I had to pause it for a bit and kind of like get a good grasp on what happened. So with this, I was a bit more prepared. Yeah, guys, I want to see it in 70 millimeter. The fact that it's like $25 to see it in 70 millimeter is pretty huge. So we'll see how this goes. This is a respectable building. And of course, everyone, if you ever need a timestamp, let me know. I got you. I love how this is basically like the exact same plot, but just an apartment building as opposed to a movie theater. Yeah, Joe Bob showed this not too long ago, Amy. I think it was gosh. I think it was actually a special. I don't think it was actually during one of the actual seasons. That dude's giving AB Clark Kent vibes. Yeah, that's one way to get the baby some oxygen. All right, guys, what are the odds on eye trauma on this film after watching last week and what you now know? Hey, Tony the Pimp survived, or at least that's his twin brother. I love how he did so good. Lamberto's like, nah, dog. We got another role for you. And to tell you the truth, it was probably both. AB. They're giving straight up like Friday the 13th Part 4 vibes. But they wish they could be Crispin Glover. One of your top 10 horror films? Hey, was a great night for it. What's up, everyone? We got Scratch and Slash Media in the house. Hopefully, y'all are doing well tonight. Yeah, I know. This party's not fun at all. It's like it's her party and she'll cry if she wants to. She took it a little bit too serious. Oh, by the way, y'all, I'm at 7 minutes and 19 seconds. But I love how this kind of actually connects to the previous film, though. They will make cemeteries their cathedrals. Oh, speaking of which, Jeremy and Renee, did you guys get a chance to go to Full Moon, the tattoo convention in Nashville? I wanted to go, but it just wasn't gonna work out for my schedule. But if you guys did go, what did you think? Oh, young Aja, before she messed up Anthony Bourdain's life. Hey, we got Benny in the house. What's going on, Benny? All right, everyone, we gotta be on our best behavior. We got Benny in the house. But what's going on, Benny? Did you how did your placement go for your belt? Hopefully, you and your sister did well. I love how everyone just has like their own setup to the story before like all the madness gets crazy. I love how I was supposed to have like subtitles on, but it decides what text it wants to come up. Okay, you went just put up the video today. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out, y'all. Perfect, perfect. Got a lot from Terrifier and Evil Dead cast. Dick Warlock was amazing. Ah, nice. Love Dick Warlock. He's one of my favorite celebs I've ever met. Like one of the nicest guys. Like such a sweet, genuine guy. But yeah, I'm very excited to meet a lot of the Terrifier cast. Well, not the Terrifier cast. A lot of the Evil Dead cast at Texas Frightmare this year. Just reached my first ad, guys. But they're high on my list. I'm looking at my Evil Dead poster, and there are some prominent spots that I need them on there for sure. But them and Bill Duke are my main signatures to get next month. All right, guys, I'm back, and I am at 10 minutes and 3 seconds. And I hear Dick Warlock's apparently going to be, this will be his last year of doing conventions before he retires from them. At least that's what I heard. So, if so, guys, if Dick Warlock is coming near you and you haven't met him yet, definitely, you know, make sure to go check him out and meet him. He's definitely worth it. I think he's only like $50 or something like that for his signature. Like very affordable. It's like $50 or $60. It's not much at all. Very sweet guy and funny, extremely funny. uh, yeah, Dick Warlock, the coolest name ever. Yeah, like Dick Warlock and Magic Johnson are like totally like up there with like coolest names ever. Me and my sister are going to California State Championships for Taekwondo this weekend, and you're competing in 5 events. Hey, good luck, Benny. Hey, man, I wish you lots of luck, dude. I'm hoping you do amazing, man. You're representing the GBG out there. The junior GBG chapter. Yep, yep. He was in Escape. He was just like there's like this cool picture of him in Kurt Russell from the set of Big Trouble in Little China. And he has some really cool Kurt Russell stories. Dick Warlock coming on tour. Like, I even love how like even like in your like this apartment building, every single apartment is delightfully 80s. Nice, nice. Hey man, do awesome, Benny. We're all rooting for you. This dude, you could tell this dude like moonlights as like a model for like Giorgio Armani. Like you could tell. I'm trying to see. Hold on. What else? What's that girl in? Hold on. Because every time I see her, I'm like, I've seen her in some other stuff, but there's one film in particular. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, those shoes are not going to be the same again. It's like law. Hey, take care, Benny. Hey, always remember, be good, guy. Listen to your mom. Oh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's the girl from Opera. That's the girl who had the necklace go down her throat and the killer had to like knife it out. Every time I see her, I'm like, "Ah, oh, she looks so familiar." And it's because of that particular scene. It was going to bug me until I saw it. But take it easy, Benny. She is just being so dramatic, like the worst birthday party ever. The screen where he comes through the TV, your dad used to scare. Yeah, exactly. Gotta love those memories, like especially when they're connected to family. Where you're just like, man, why did my mom show me this, or why did my dad show me this? This like completely messed me up. And as you're older, you're just like have nothing but those fun memories attached to it. Yeah, it got the Smiths going, Morrissey. Oh, the depression. 16 minutes and 15 seconds, Mupper. She hears multiple coughs and it's like, oh, is someone there? No, just random coughs. People possibly dying, but who cares? All right, guys, and also be here tomorrow for disgraceful double features. It's been a smash, guys. It's been a smash hit. So much so that this is my first time in the rotation being able to pick again. So, um, I after much deliberation, I decided to go with Posse as one film. Awesome film, awesome '90s western, um, classic with Mario Van Peebles. You get Stephen Baldwin. You get Big Daddy Kane. So many people. Tone Loc. The list goes on and on. Stellar cast. And my second flick will be The Void. So we're gonna get more Lovecraftian horror next week. So be there, travelers. Yeah, I love how like Stephen Baldwin was like playing himself in in Posse. I was like, he's really crazy. Try to get some sleep. Hey man, take it easy, Jeff. Scratch and slash. Yeah, I love the Void. The Void is like one of my favorites. Another recent great example of practical effects in horror. How many BBBs did I miss? Well, not too much so far, Tony. We're 18 minutes and 45 seconds in. You can't tell me that's not the same alley set, almost. And of course, he hits the radio. Uh oh. All right, it's demon time. It's like the decrepit demon. Doing better. Got that prepackaged free to me. Prepackaged works. Oh, Tony, yeah, I'm picking this week's. Yeah, you know what? That's one of those things about Italian horror films. You just kind of like just go with it. that's that's one of the first things I learned about Italian horror films. It's like the less you try to make sense of them, the better. just appreciate the things that they do very well. Cool visuals, very hot women, and in AB's case, very hot guys, and usually very good music. And you get some very creative kills. So I'm more than happy with that. I don't need the best storylines or the most sensical storylines. And I think the fact that them being more sensical in some ways kind of adds to like the dreamlike quality to a lot of them. It makes it pretty cool. Most of the time, they just make a movie and slap whatever part to it. Exactly. It's just like so they're close enough. Like there's a demon in it, so that counts. It's like somehow this is connected to Night of the Living Dead, so we're just gonna name it Zombie 2, and then we have Zombie 3 to Zombie Infinity that has absolutely nothing to do with Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead, I meant to say, not Night of the Living Dead. That was a pretty cool effect for the time. What's the score, Tony? Yeah, the troll movies. There's no hope for that. And you know what? It's so funny because you see movies like that, you're just like, you know what? I can make a film. I can make a film with like a stick of bubble gum, some rubber bands, and a box of Fruit Loops, and it can't be worse than some of these films I've seen. Two O Kings, hey, there you go, man. Trolls, okay. Troll 2 script and actors were real bad, yeah. That's the funny thing. Troll 2 is the more infamous one because of it. I think it's just because you feel the love that it was made with, where it's just like, man, these people just got together and they were just like, man, we're gonna film something. The director took it way too serious, and I think that's part of why it's super funny as well. And then the lore behind it adds to it. And I think a lot of people think that they dreamed that movie because for the longest, I could have swore that I was probably the only person that saw that film until other people mentioned it. Like movies like that and Meet the Applegates. How many of you guys remember Meet the Applegates? The Ghoulies, trolls from Ghoulies 4. I love now. How would you guys like this dude coming through your TV? That chick. I had such a big crush on that chick. Well, Sally, you did all that whining for your party, and this is what happens. You rented Meet the Applegates? Yeah, man. I remember I watched Meet the Applegates on probably like Cinemax a million times. Only if he came through in 4K. Yeah, uh-oh. Yeah, Videodrome has nothing on that. Hey, Papa Goss, what's going on? 25 minutes and 15 seconds, Papa Goss, if you're joining us. Dallas Tide 2 up. Okay, okay. All right, see what the stars will do. Sally's in a bit of a predicament right now. I swear that apartment looks like my sister's apartment, like back in like the early '90s. Here's Sally. They should have known something was wrong. She stopped complaining. That should have been the first sign something was off. You still haven't seen it in full. Funny enough, I think I enjoyed night one a little bit better, but it was pretty decent. I think last year was definitely better, but Mania Night is Mania Night. I always enjoy it. You know, even the lesser manias. I don't think we really get too many iconic manias anymore. Oh, sorry. Jeremy and Renee drink a game on how many times they say Sally. It's like, uh-oh, Sally's drunk. She's losing her teeth. This probably wouldn't be the first time the birthday girl lost teeth after a night of crying on her birthday. All right, that's dope, Tony. Hey, old restless in the house. Why you should always wear your retainer? Gotta wear that retainer. It's a must. See, now your mom's mad because they spent all that money and it went all to hell. And now this party's turning up some. All right, guys, I'm 28 minutes and 15 seconds. Yeah, you're right. The real match was good with Io and Bianca. You still got yours, Ghosty? Hey, that's really a very cool thing to say though. Like my poor niece, my goodness, she's gone through so many of them. It's like, all right, Sally's got a few drinks in her, and now she's ready to party. Yeah, was that Damien's intro? Damien Priest's intro, I believe. I'm trying to remember if it was. I think so. Okay, I thought I came into like the tail end of that to see it. Yeah, I was doing some entertaining with friends, so it was a lot of running back and forth, grabbing drinks, grabbing snacks, and making sure everyone's taken care of while they're watching Mania. Some of the neighbors came over from across the street, so it's like, all right, well, I can't really do much voice chatting, but I can still check in chat wise. So any of you guys, Scratch and Slash, if you guys are in Discord, I have to give you guys the link to the Discord channel so that you guys can show some of the things that you guys have come across at conventions and your collection and all types of cool stuff, because I know you guys go to a lot of cons, especially Tennessee, Ohio, around that area, Kentucky. Ones that I can only get to like every now and then. I kind of like this cool little transformation type scene. It's very disgusting. It's very Evil Dead also in a way. These cravings. But at least he's a cool guy. He's gonna go off and at least go take care of these cravings. It's like Italian James Woods there. About at 32 minutes, AB. I picked Posse and the Void. So we will be watching Posse and the Void. We get some 90s Western and some 2010s Lovecraftian practical horror, practical effects horror. Yeah, it's been like forever since I've seen Posse, so I saw that on Tubi and I'm like, oh man, I should check that out. That's like a awesome cast, like probably one of my favorite casts of the '90s. That woman has very distinctly European bangs. Avi's like, put the glasses back on. Dude, you've never seen Posse or you've never seen The Void? Which one? This is a very important question. Oh, she likes her eggs fried hard. But no, I need to be more active. I feel that, y'all. I feel that. It's pretty much how it was for me until I decided to just start my own server. Just be a great way to stay in touch with you guys and have it in one centralized location as opposed to like over so many different apps. If you've never seen Posse, dude, you know what? Now I'm gonna have to find you like a Posse VHS. Like, dude, you're in for a treat, man. Like, if you guys have never seen Posse, it's it was probably the first western that I actually liked, and that helped bridge the gap between me and my dad, because my dad is 100% officially a western guy, and I was just like, "Hey, Dad, I found like this western that's really cool," and he really enjoyed it. So I always have very cool memories of Posse. Directed by Mario Van Peebles, starring people like Big Daddy Kane, Tone Loc, Stephen Baldwin. Um, Billy Zane plays the villain. Like, if you thought Billy Zane was awesome in if you thought he was awesome in Demon Knight, you got to see him in Posse. Yeah, Billy Zane is absolutely awesome in Posse. You haven't seen The Void, but you've seen Posse. Oh, it's cool. It's gonna be a great mix then. Yeah, man. Like westerns were totally what they were doling out to boys at that time, at that day and age. So like westerns and like police procedural stuff. Nice, nice. So Ghosty hasn't seen it. Never seen Posse either. AV, you've seen The Void. Sweet, sweet. Never seen Posse, but excited because you love westerns. Yeah, now that I'm older, I completely love westerns. So, and I figured, not too many people have possibly seen Posse, and also it's a great soundtrack as well. Posse has a freaking fantastic soundtrack. Yeah, Mario Van Peebles. Yeah, the lady is absolutely going mad right now. I mean, I would imagine. I mean, you are Yeehaw Vero. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, y'all. I'm so excited so many of you guys haven't seen Posse. And I'm excited to see that some of you guys haven't seen The Void as well. So, um, it should be another great night of getting together and vibing out. Does the dog get it, guys? Does the dog get it? Got some bad blood there. Now, what gym rats would stop because the lights turned off? Now that one guy has the right idea. There's nobody that I know that's a workout aholic that would just completely leave because the lights turn off. Let's see. We have a little less than an hour left, Tony. No worries at all, Tony. Enjoy the game, man. Yeah, man. We'll be here hanging out. The policia. But I wouldn't be surprised if Evil Dead Rise took a bit from Demons 2, considering that Demons 2 took a little bit from Evil Dead. So wild little version of Inception. Oh, Davey, he's so cute. He's a good boy. I mean, he can't do anything bad. I mean, can he? Davey's like, I'm not messing with it. Yeah, Davey's like, I know a treat when I see one, and that's definitely I've never seen a treat do that. Well, well, maybe Davey did lick it. It's kind of like those videos when they ask the dog, "Did you eat this or whatever?" and they have all the evidence all over their face. And you're like, well, maybe Davey did. You know what's crazy though? Peter would still be like, "You better not hit that dog." Xenophobia. I know. Touche. Zen dog, I know. Ooh, you got the acid blood and everything. So Greg's gonna be at GalaxyCon OKC. Nice. Greg's such a nice guy. Yeah, man. Oh, I'll tell you, Italian horror directors and dogs, they always find a creative way to make man's best friend somehow not our best friend. Oh man, sucks, man. We're all dealing with it. It's gonna eventually hit me for something that I'm gonna want, like overseas or from overseas, where I'm just like, oh, it's gonna really bite me. Yeah, like pretty much double almost. Don't leave, girl. I'm gone. Don't leave. What part of you thinks that I'm gonna stick around? Oh, the artsy demon run, the demon marathon. Yeah, man. I really hate it, man. I love how artsy this part really is. You thought Rec took the stairwell scene for this moment? Like, I totally agree. Like, this film and the first Demons are pretty influential. Like a lot of Italian horror flicks. You just think of like Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th too. Being inspired by Bava. That's always one of those things I think of. And so many other examples. Bay of Blood is very influential for slashers. I'm sorry. Oh man, they're just trying to spot you, dude. It's okay. They got good gym etiquette. It's still better than influencers in the gym recording everything. So I'll give it to them. That dude is so cool. Like I love that dude. Like I need to figure out like every single Italian horror film that dude's ever been in. He's like the Italian horror film Ken Foree. I love how these places always have like the strongest doors imaginable. Yeah, the substance gym at the door. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. I mean, they could go for a sue there right now. Like it's so crazy. Me and my son just randomly just pump it up. You got to pump it up. He hasn't seen the substance yet, but I love that sequence. So randomly, we'll both just in the most awkward times just sing "Pump It Up." You got to pump it up. Yeah, Rick Baker would be awesome, man. One of these days, man. He went like all Donatello on that demon. I swear these would have been like some of the most fun films to work on. Just a bunch of running, screaming, a bunch of chaos. Let's see. Dude's taking forever to read the instructions. So goes to show it's not just Generation Alpha that doesn't know how to read. Dude is like completely oiled up. I'm mad Triple T's missing like the oiled up guys. It's like too bad the Kings are on right now. Speaking of oiled up guys, I saw Magazine Dreams earlier today, and man, it's actually a pretty decent flick. It kind of sucks that Jonathan Majors' scandal kind of buried that flick, or else he would definitely be getting Oscar buzz for that role. It's very character driven. Just Miller Lite, nothing too extravagant. I was going to go to I didn't get around to going to my beer spot to where I could just go get some different local beers and different cool ones. But I may get a chance to do that for next week's live streams. Yeah, Magazine Dreams was actually pretty good. I is a lot of Taxi Driver. Very psychological character study. It's kind of like what a person will do, what depths they'll go through to achieve their dreams. Yeah, it's a brewski that'll do. I think I just literally had enough time to go to the Wally World, not too far away, and they didn't really have anything too intriguing. Well, I didn't even go into the Wally World. I went to the Wally World gas station, so they even had less of a selection. But I'm like, hey, Miller Lite will do. Give me a good 30 in me, like Tony. AV said, too many cold ones last night. You'll be taking a booze break for a while. So that's why you didn't show up for WrestleMania, AB? Yeah, I'll definitely take a Miller Lite. When I get like super desperate, that when it's like Natty Light, something like that, and we're just like, okay. Tony's like, I only drank 21 last night. Just only. Sure, AB. Oh, I love that 80s phone. That's such an 80s phone. 51 minutes exactly. I love his like disgusting moan. He's like, ugh. He's giving like that Japanese anime moan. Oh, I forgot that's Sally. With those crazy ugly shoes. It can only be you, Sally. Oh, poor Sally. Man, guys, I was so looking forward to tonight, though. Like Mondays and Tuesdays are always um some of my like most anticipated nights now. And those of you guys that have seen Sinners will definitely have to join me for my live discussion on Sinners. I'm thinking I'll do it either tomorrow or Wednesday. But I'm thinking tomorrow will possibly be the more likely time. I want to get with some people and talk spoilers. Sally needs a manicure. Oh, guys, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and I may be upgrading my camera. I know the camera's not too bad. I know you guys have said that, the camera and the mic are pretty decent. But on some of the playbacks, I'm just like, it could be a bit better. And I found a 4K version of the camera that I have now. And it's for a not too bad price. So I figured, all right, it would be a pretty good investment, especially considering that I'm doing more live streams. So yeah, let's likely get into that. So I'll keep you guys posted on if I'll do it. I think so. I mean, I think the camera looks okay as is, but can always do better. And a 4K camera, hey, for like I think it's like $65. I may try to even talk them down a little more, but can't beat that. And then I can actually sell this one. And I'll sell it for a good price. Yeah, yeah, we saw your real face, Tony. Yeah, good thing that you're seeing it, AV. Yeah, exactly, Tony. I'm just trying to just add more things here and there, just trying to take the channel more serious here and there, invest more into it. I mean, you guys show up every week, and I just want to give you guys the best experience possible. So I always want things to sound crisp, things to look crisp. Um, I'm working on bringing some new things to the vlogs. So, you know, I'm out here working, guys. Trying to get it popping. She's worried about that kid. She's a good mom. I would have been like, oh well, he's probably asleep. He's good. I'll see you when I see you. I mean, they are really making the dream work because the fact that they all just scooted that car like that, very coordinated. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make them an offer. Try to make some things work a little bit. Yeah, of course I still want to make some money, but of course I'll try. Go down $10, and then give it a little wiggle room from there. The ads are hitting you bad, AB. Well, feel free to ask for a timestamp where you coming out of it. Yeah, exactly. Like I will give you an eighth of a soul, Gary Payton rookie card, and one Michael Myers Trick or Treat Studios knife. Everyone's creeping. Hola. Teddy, you could give her your jacket, but instead he just gives her like this super weak hug. I have to sit next to some relative who are 7 place in hell. I looked at him like, hey man, you ever had before? Tony, you should live stream, man. You should have just said, hey guys, meet me in the Discord. You could have just turned the camera on. Christmas dinner, I mean, Easter dinner with Triple T and family. I would have been down. I personally would have been down. Yeah, we did. We would usually barbecue. We would do a few different things for Easter. It would really just depend. But yeah, you're right. It would usually be barbecue. 700 ads. I'm at 59 minutes 56 seconds. So pretty much 1 hour right now. I would have been like, beat it, kid. Scram. Unless it was Benny. Now Benny would have been cool. I would have opened the door for Benny. Oh, now if that was Benny, I'm sorry I would have had to close the door on him. That kid looks pretty creepy though. I love the way that kid looks though. I mean, if they aren't already creepy looking enough. Got some Molotov cocktails going. Yeah, yeah, exactly. AB, totally what most kids look like. I bet that lady's totally reevaluating her decision to get pregnant right about now. Seeing this kid really makes me think of like the people that have the fear of little people. All right, Tony. See, it's the GBG. We're helping out the kings. We got to figure out what the king's record is when the GBG gets together. Now the kid's having his own baby. These kids are having babies younger and younger. I swear something's going wrong, man. GBG for life. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right, AV. You gotta punt him. He totally looks like a little ghoulie. Straight up ghoulie. I know, right, AB? Babies having babies. So basically, yeah, exactly, Tony. So basically, like in Eraserhead, that's one thing I always loved about Eraserhead. That perfectly, describes the anxiety of being a father for the first time. Yeah, totally. Ghoulie bait, ghoulie gremlin. It's alive. Slash the fetus. Slash the suckling. I love that. It's like, hey, it's either you or me. This is so funny to me. Like I love this scene. Like the unintentional comedy. But the neon though, like, man, I'm pretty sure someone's probably seized out a few times watching this film. It's probably hit a couple of people. Exactly. Mom, mom, mommy, mom, mom. You're like, are you in there? You're like, yeah, I'm in here. Yes, that's totally the creature screaming like that. I think Triple T's making an appearance, guys. Kings are up. Time's like, all right. Oh, that jump. That was totally like a Nintendo Super Mario Brothers jump. Oh, it's like, nope, baby, I'm gone. That man climbed those ropes so quick. Yeah, I know, right, AB? that jump was that jump was so awesome. Oh, I seriously have to look for a picture of that jump. This is like that scene from Sidekicks. I love him kicking her in the head. Like he's like, I'm not gonna outrun her. The rope climbing scene. That's where I learned how to climb a rope. But apparently, demons climb ropes way faster than humans, so you have to kick them in the head. So basically, Clark Kent, Italian Clark Kent, cheated. Oh, he's back. Yeah, girl, you're gonna have to come up with some sort of idea. Oh, she's just clipping his nails. Oh, such a good mom. You can't have the baby's nails too long. Oh, she's getting the quick. You can't get the quick. You know when you clip your dog's nails a little bit too low. That's where the phobia comes from. Now, is this Jeremy or Renee with this phobia? I need to know specifically. You have doubles of sidekicks on VHS. You're gonna give both of them to AV, but she got. You were gonna bestow upon AB the great sidekicks VHSs. It had to have been love. It had to have been love. Okay, so Jeremy. Oh man, that's funny to hear, man. I totally get it though. We all have those moments where it's just like that just sticks with you forever. We're gonna give away. We're gonna auction off Triple T. AB's in the Attitude Era. If you got a problem with that, she got two words for you. Just destroyed this apartment. I wonder. Oh. I love how this is like the most persistent little demon there has ever been. But we got a Frosty commercial. I could go for a Frosty right about now. Frosty sounds pretty good right about now, to be honest. Oh man, this the scene with the baby demon is kind of remind me a little bit too much like The Last of Us right now, and it's a little bit too soon. Yeah, this little gremlin demon baby ghoulie. Got stairwell demons. All right, thanks, Paul Revere. He's letting us know the demons are coming. Defend yourselves. That dude's such a leader. That dude would have me ready to run through a wall. Defend yourselves. Oh, Aja, she was so little. Like she totally didn't get this role just because of her dad. Totally. I always thought their eyes were such a cool effect. Something so simple, but it always came off very cool. Yeah, Tony, I'm gonna have to look for a posse VHS, especially knowing that you haven't seen it. I'm like, oh man, I have a feeling you're really gonna dig it. Yeah, I just found like a VHS for like $5, $6 after taxes. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to send you one of these. Yeah, the glowing eyes are always a dope look. Oh, we got some dung grabbing. Triple T's happy. Triple T's like, I would have did that stunt. I would have gladly done it. They didn't do it right. Oh man, I love you guys. You guys are like so awesome. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Tony's like they didn't do it right. It's like you gotta grab, you gotta grab and hold, pull it down. It's like Tony's like Tate 537. Tony turns into Stanley Kubrick. I love this set piece. Like, oh, it's always so cool. It's not as cool as Dirt Bike, Samurai, and Helicopter coming through the cinema, but this is pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. Nothing like a $5 VHS. Papa. Actually, I need to figure out. I know someone has. I need to find the soundtrack as well. on cassette. I'm trying to get like all types of like cool 90s and 80s soundtracks on cassette. Let's see. Okay. I found one for like $8. 8.50. Not bad. Who's on the soundtrack now that I'm thinking about it? Let me see. Alright. Cool. You always love soundtracks since you're. Yeah, same here. Demon Parkour! Yeah, those wacky Italians. Or as Joe Bob would call them, Italians. Those Italians. Will never ever die. Oh, AB, did you see that Joe Bob pillow? I'm thinking about buying one. To be honest, $25 isn't bad. Yeah, I love that place. I'm kind of sad that they don't have the horror buddies anymore. I wish I had received that notification because I actually would have bought a couple of more before they stopped sales at the end of the year last year. Because the horror buddies are like some of my absolute favorite things that I've purchased from them, and I would have wanted to buy some of their backpack charms because I thought that was like a very cool idea, especially like being like a fan of WWF back in the day. I've always wanted one of those like Ultimate Warrior buddies, wrestling buddies. You have the Joe Bob plush. Nice, nice. See, I wish I was able to get the Joe Bob plush. I wasn't able to get it, but I do have the Rex one from Wes Craven's New Nightmare and the Freddy Krueger one. So those are some of my favorite items. I love the my Freddy plush. The triple T buddies comes with the bomb hip, and you have the bonus drumsticks and VHS. Gotta love it. Like the 24 pack of beer comes so separately. That dude was not playing with that demon. Ooh, ooh. You gotta love a good old Italian dummy fall where it's just like clearly a dummy, but just that just adds to the charm of the fall where it's just like, well, hey, sometimes your limbs go limp before you hit the ground. Man, those were some ugly 80s kitten hills. Gotta love it though. Gotta love it. I know my mom and my sisters probably had a few of those. Are you gonna rappel down? They clearly know how to rappel down. Exactly. Raggedy Ann and Andy Physics. That reminds me of like that video of like the Kermit the Frog jumping off of the building. Every time I see that, I crack up laughing. I think that's like some of the funniest. Oh, there you go. Speaking again. That's totally like how Kermit fell. Yeah, Anthony. Thankfully, still, my mom's still alive and kicking it. Same with my dad. I'm thankful for every day that they're here, man. So it's very cool to talk to her about what I'm doing now, and I'm just like, hey, you're a big part of why I'm doing this now. This is because of you um, watching all these crazy films with me as a kid. You love how greasy and sweaty. Yeah, exactly. This dude's been putting in work, man. I mean, his hands should definitely not be able to hold this rope. She's getting down there quick. Like I said, man, I don't know what it is about these demons and repelling, but they definitely have a great Olympic skill set almost. You know what? I've definitely thought about that interviewing her and getting like some sort of like very cool like Mother's Day show where I'm getting like her opinion about like being a horror fan and why as a woman in the 80s where there was a lot of pressure from you shouldn't let your kids watch this and watch that. Why she was just so cool with letting me watch a lot of this very cool stuff. So I'm definitely thinking about doing that. It's been on my mind, especially as she gets older. It would be something very cool for memories. Oh, cool. Thanks, guys. I definitely, it's something I've been thinking of. So I think I will possibly do that. I try to see if I could get my sisters to set that up. I'll like send over the questions and get her to answer them. Yeah, it would definitely be something that I've thought of, like, especially in regards to the horror moms, like AB, like cool horror moms. You all are major. Like that's why I think of like what's cool with like meeting Benny and his sisters and their mom. Like because like that's just like something I would have loved to have done with my mom when I was a kid. Just go to like horror cons. Your mom was a horror mom too, Tony. That's dope, man. You want to ask mom one question live over the? I get. I will have to screen that question. Yeah, horror moms are the best. Right? They really are. Like they really make for very cool kids. I will say that much. She's the reason you're like this. Yes, same here. Same here, AB. All the blame goes to her. But I'm so thankful because, like, as you guys know, man, you had moms writing in for like everything. Like, you couldn't buy certain albums because it's a parental advisory sticker on here, or you can't rent this movie because it's rated R. My mom didn't really care about most of that. She would at most say, "Hey, there's boobs. Avert your eyes," and it would just kind of be like, so it would totally be like this type of deal. But other than that, yeah, man. She was pretty cool, man. She's always been pretty legit. But I always demonstrated to be a kid that wasn't an f up, so she could trust me for the most part, or at least for the most part that I wasn't gonna get caught. Yeah, exactly, man. Like parents like that were very key. I think for a lot of them, they were like, "Hey, I'd rather," and I'm the same type of parent as well, where it's just like, "Hey, if you're gonna do this stuff, I'd rather know about it to where I could at least make sure you're in a safe environment and you're not getting caught up." So I think she was like that type of mom to where she was like, "Well, hey, at least I can have a conversation with you about stuff as opposed to another kid who doesn't know what they're talking about." So it's cool to have parents like that. Your mom was and still is a hard mom. Hey, see, that's another thing that we all have in common, y'all. There's a reason. Oh, it's over. Say cheese. Yeah, shout out to all the hard moms. I was raised by a single dad with two boys, so the TV was like an important cause. He let us, yeah, kind of like a babysitter. Yeah, exactly, man. And one thing I will say is, us dads, we try, but we do not in most cases have that nurturing thing. So, but we can be cool with like, hey, he hasn't stabbed himself in the eye, so he's okay. So as long as it doesn't cause a trip to the hospital, my dad was pretty cool, and I'm pretty cool as well about that. So yeah, man, love some demons, man. Demons Two is fun. Demons Two is fun. I think I've always preferred the first one, but two is really fun. I really like how fun two is. Like it's a worthy um sequel for sure. Just as fun, you know, fun characters. I mean, part one doesn't have a crazy gremlin ghouly baby, so I love that. You enjoyed that Ghostface? I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's how you are with your kid. We talk a lot about horror and the making of things, so it's not like yeah, exactly. Same with my kiddo. Like my kiddo's so into like special effects and stuff. So he may be another Greg Nicotero or someone. Your dad bought his own TV. Yeah, it's like I let the kids occupy themselves here, and when I want to watch something, I'll watch something. And those are the days where TVs were super expensive. Like I think about like my parents gave us our own TV. Like that was really expensive. But then again, it's kind of like how expensive video game systems are for kids now. Like they cost a lot, but we get them for them because it's just like, well, it's going to entertain the little bugger. You think, yeah, you think you prefer to? That's what I said. I mean, they're both really good. I really enjoy both of them, and it's pretty much a flip of the coin because I think what benefits both of them is because they were both filmed so close to each other, so they both have a lot of the same seasoning in them, and they make a very good one-two punch. bummed that you couldn't do the full watch along, but you've been a horror fan 3 years before Kings. Yeah, I get that. Hey man, gotta support the sports team sometimes. That's how I am with the Cowboys. Like if the Cowboys were winning, I would totally be like, "Hey guys, we're gonna have to delay this live stream." So I get it. You down? We got the 19-inch. Hey, that's still a lot though. That still cost, man. Those big back 19 inches. I was gonna say how pricey they were, but microwave. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, if you think about how expensive some of those appliances were back in the day, I'm just like, jeez. Like to have a microwave, have a VCR, have a camcorder. Like these were the days. Yeah, I know, right, AB? My pain, my pain. Jerry Jones is gonna like. I don't know what deal Jerry Jones struck with the Reaper to have eternal life, but I thought like the fact that we've had like let's see one two we've had like in my lifetime I thought I went the longest having one pope, and now I've had like 4 or 5 different popes within like a 10-year period. And Jerry Jones is still here. I'm like, dude. But hey, one of these days. Yeah, microwave was a huge Xmas present. Yeah, for sure. Your dad was more primal and just beat you. Yeah, man. Some of us definitely have some that are a bit more rough around the edges. I'm very fortunate. Like my dad definitely wasn't perfect for sure, but I've heard stories of other dads from friends where I'm just like, you know what? He wasn't all that bad. Especially now that I'm older. Now I'm like, I totally understand that dude way more. Yeah, for sure. He's been slowly bombing himself. I don't know. He's done something. I don't know, but I'm thankful that I got to see 3 Super Bowls as a kid. But it would be nice to celebrate a Super Bowl victory as an adult and be fully intoxicated and do stupid stuff and get arrested whenever that parade comes to Dallas. But it sucks that I'll probably be an 80-year-old man whenever they win the Super Bowl. Sucks. But I would totally love for my son to witness a Super Bowl win. He's starting to get into football now. So he's a Cowboys fan, and I'm like, hey man, it's a long, hard journey. Being a Cowboys fan was a lot easier when I was a kid. You're joining up at a pretty rough time, buddy. So I hope you're in it for the long run. Yeah, to win one is crazy. I never thought the Kings would win a cup. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm very fortunate to have witnessed 3, even though I was very young. So I would love to at least win one as an adult. You love to see them pouring down the stairs. Yeah, I know that was a very cool effect with the eyes. You want to crawl up a greased pole like they do in Philly. Hold on. Speaking of demons, guys, hold on. I told you I did order something from a company. There's this very cool like jersey. Speaking of like demons in their eyes, I ordered this cool little oversized jersey from Middle of Beyond. As you can see, the little demons right there on the front. But the reason why I really got this is because of the back. Check it out. Pretty dope. So they had this on their warehouse sale, and I'm like, oh, let me grab this. I'm I'm a bit bummed because their Suspiria one was completely sold out. But I'm like, hey, I'll go with the Demons one. Love this live. Like I said, Demons 2 is an amazing sequel, and my dad introduced me to this early on in life. It will always be a classic. Yeah, I Lamberto really did his thing with Demons 1 and 2. I would say they will for sure be his lasting legacy for sure. Hey, I'm glad that you liked AV. Yeah, I can't wait to put it on. It's definitely going to be for the fall for sure. It's definitely starting to get Texas heat now. So I'm glad that I grabbed it while I was on this warehouse sale. I'm so sad that they were sold out of the Suspiria one. The Suspiria one was so dope, guys. Let me see if I can show you guys what it looked like. Give me 1 second. I love the stuff from Middle of Beyond. Very cool company, and they normally have sales pretty often, but you got to jump on stuff like pretty quickly, or else it's gonna get snatched up. They have some really cool Godzilla stuff that I want to get as well. Um, I'm a bit mad that I missed out on their Phenomena shirt. Well, no, not shirt. Jeez, they had a Phenomena jacket that was pretty sick. All right, here it is. Let me show you guys. Let me switch you guys right here. All right. So this is what the Suspiria one looked like. I just thought that was just like so dope. Yeah, I was like, too bad, too bad, too bad. But hey, Demons one is pretty hard, so I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna complain. Was meant to be, yeah, definitely was meant to be. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. You got your daughter a shining rug from Middle Beyond. Yeah, I have their Suspiria one, the Suspiria window one. Yeah, I love their stuff. I really wanted to get their runner rug, but they sold out of that really quickly. So maybe they'll come back in stock with that one. Like I love their stuff. Yeah, Ghosty, I'm glad to hear that, Ghosty. And speaking of which, guys, I'm like very close to finishing my battle vest. I was waiting on one patch left. But speaking of Italian cinema, it was the Beyond patch that I was looking to add to a section along with my house by the cemetery patch. Gotta love some house by the cemetery, and love to hate Bob, of course, and of course, City of the Living Dead. So of course, I have to have the Gates of Hell trilogy represented on my battle vest as a student of Fulci. Absolutely love Fulci. Long live Fulci. Oh, I sewed them. I learned to sew them on because I learned that if you're going to iron them, they are not going to last on them very long. And I figured it was more punk to actually really sew them on. So I did a few YouTube videos and I learned to sew my patches on there. So I thought that was pretty fun. So it was a labor of love, and I just always thought, it was just such an appropriate thing to learn how to sew them onto my own battle vest. But it's coming along very nicely, guys. You just bought The Gates of Hell on Blu-ray. I love those films. Hopefully, I'll be going to New Orleans soon to see the Beyond House. My Dizope comic looked like part of the graphic. I'm like, wait, you want? Oh man, you just bought The Gates. Thank you, Glue, and then so after the patches won't like Puff. Yeah, it just really depends. It really depends on how you sew them on. The way I sewed them on, it gave them a lot of bend to them, so they'll be on there pretty good for the most part. And plus, I didn't want to necessarily glue on the fact that if I cut them off, I may not be in love with the placement. But it's going pretty good. Did you guys want to see possibly what the battle jacket looks like right now? You want to see what the battle vest looks like, guys? If you guys are interested in seeing what the battle vest looks like, press 1 in the chat. If you guys are interested, let's get some ones in the chat. Okay, see. All right. Hey, TCCK Gaming, what's going on, man? It's good to have you in here. All right, we got some ones in here. All right, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me put you guys on Be Right Back. And I'll be right back with the battle vest to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, I'm back, travelers. Had to make sure I had the volume up. Sorry about that. But I had to go ahead and dig in my closet and show you guys the battle vest. But, guys, here is. Oh, hold on. Let me put it over this way. Actually, I'm going to turn off the chat for a second so that you guys can see it better. Give me 1 second. But here you go. So, pretty much a little bit of everything. Well, pretty much this is the space where the final patches will be going. There's a little bit of everything, guys, but show you guys a few of them. Hold on. Actually, let me move my mic just a little bit. Hold on. So that I can come up a little closer and show you guys. But some of the patches that I have one that says make a deal for the sake of our business. So of course I gotta have, it applies into sinners and being from the Mississippi Delta region and the legend of Robert Johnson selling his soul for good fortune. So hey, GBG gang, you never know what I may have traded for success for the channel. Got an Elvira one right here. Of course, Halloween. I have a Ari Aster one. It's a hereditary one. It says the Graham family heads will roll. This Disney inspired one that says cult leader. I have this really cool Screaming Jay Hawkins one right here. Very cool pin. I have a pin here done by Felicia. So that's very cool from Puncture Wound Pins. It's very cool. Blackcraft Cult patch. The film that we will be actually watching tomorrow, The Void. So I'm looking forward to you guys seeing that. George A. Romero patch. So Living Dead member. Have my Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 patch. I love this one because it says bright lights, big titties. My favorite quote from this film. And as you can see, it has the yuppie right there, Leatherface. Bright lights, big titties. So, also have a very cool Jack-o'-lantern one. Atomic Horror, love the store out in Orlando. If you guys are ever out in the Orlando area, make sure to check out Atomic Horror. We got some pins here, like this pin here, from The Thing. And of course, hold on, let me move it. Of course, it says, "You gotta be effing kidding me." Gotta be effing kidding. Love that one. Speaking of Suspiria, I have a very cool Suspiria window piece with the hanging woman there. So that's probably one of my favorite pieces. We have Ben here from The Night of the Living Dead. So that's it on this side. On the other side, we have a Camp Crystal Lake pin right here. We have, speaking of Camp Crystal Lake, those of you that played the Friday the 13th NES game, got campers right here from that game. Candyman, got a Salem patch right here from my last visit to Salem. We have The Shining, my absolute favorite film. This pin right here is from the iconic scene in Zombie, where and it's actually movable, so you can move her eye closer to the wood piece. Another one of my favorite pins. Speaking of another very cool pin, we have representing the Grim Life Collective. Forever, much love to Michael and Jessica. You guys know I'm a Freddy guy, so we have this scene from A Nightmare on Elm Street where Tina grabs at his face and it comes down. He has that very cool, spooky looking face. See here, we have Terror Trader, their patch here. See, we got Texas Halloween History Museum, also very cool spot that I went to on the channel. The Preserve Halloween Festival, another one of the first conventions that I went to on the channel. Tom Devlin's Monster Museum, always got to support Tom Devlin. Cool pentagram patch. Creep Show, long live Creep Show. Welcome to Primetime Bitch patch. We got some more stuff on the back. No, appreciate that, man. Let's see what these comments said before I show the back. Show that lining inside. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll definitely show you guys the lining inside with all the stitching and everything. Thanks a lot, Tony. Yeah, Delta Blues for life. Yeah, I'm almost finished, Happy. Thanks a lot, Ghosty, for sure. Thanks a lot, TCCK Gaming. See where everyone else said for a bit. Thanks a lot, Ghosty. Yeah, I saw, of course, being a fan of punk and metal, I always enjoyed seeing the look of battle vests. And going to a few horror cons, you see a bunch of cool horror-related battle vests. The campers are pretty badass. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I really got a good deal on the campers. I bought one, but I ended up getting the other two for free, so that was cool. You love the Friday the 13th campers? Yeah, they're definitely one of my favorite ones. I love that game. Love The Shining. All right, let me show you guys the back right quick. All right, the back doesn't have as much on it right now, but there's a reason why. So You guys know The Shining is like my favorite, so I have a The Shining elevator scene, and there's like this cool red liquid that moves. You can't really see it too good unless I move it up close, but trust me, guys, this red liquid in there that moves. The Texas Hunters Convention patch, one of my favorite conventions in Texas, one of the up and coming ones. It's only been in existence for like 5 years, but they are in the same building as Texas Frightmare is now. So if that tells you anything about the success of this convention, it's definitely one of the ones to look out for in the future. I have Houston Horror Film Fest, another one of my favorites. I have two Texas Frightmare ones, of course, being a Freddy guy. I have to get the Freddy themed Texas Frightmare one with the glove and the stripes, the red and green. I have to have the paper mache house from Dream Warriors. I met the Dream Warriors of that one as well. Um, Tales from the Crypt. Love Tales from the Crypt, the show. Love the EC comics. Big fan of Tales from the Crypt. The Shining is your favorite as well. TCCK, great taste, man. That movie changed my life as a kid. Ever since the first time I saw it when I was like maybe like 4 or 5 years old. Yes, I will be bringing the battle vest to Arizona, AB. Yeah, the Shining was amazing. I put that in the front. Somebody might want to steal it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, for sure. And then the main back piece is Midsummer one because I absolutely love Midsummer. That's such a beautifully shot film. Um, just love this iconic this iconic image. Super cool. And for the longest, I was wanting for just the right back piece, and I was like, this is it. I love the colors, and if you look at the battle vest up close, you'll see I actually stitched it together with the main colors, like they're in this actual pattern. So I have like a green side right here, yellow right here. There's like a pinkish one right here, and there's a purple one down here at the bottom. So make sure to have that attention to detail. I have a Reanimator patch right here. Gotta represent Reanimator, Barbara, Jeffrey, Bruce, love, good old Herbert West. And right here was one that I got from a lot of punks and concert goers. Because I go to a lot of conventions, I was always wanting to have something cool that I could do with my wristbands that I collected from the conventions, and I had saw like pictures of people that put them in frames and things, but I saw this one metal guy, and on his battle jacket he put his wristbands from the festivals that he had attended on the sleeve of his jacket, and that gave me the idea of what I wanted to do next. So right here on this section, I went ahead and sewed into here bits and pieces of wristbands from horror conventions that I've gone to. So I have Spooky Empire, I have Horror Hound, Houston Horror Film Festival, Texas Frightmare, another Houston Horror, Texas Frightmare, another Texas Frightmare. This is CreepyCon. So as I continue to get more wristbands, I will sew them into this section. And lastly, the last thing that I got was this very cool Suspiria window bandana that I basically safety pinned onto the bottom. Very punk rock, guys. So of course I had to put some safety pins onto the battle vest to represent my love for punk. So that is basically where the battle vest is right now. So it's pretty much completed for the most part. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'll add a few other patches here or there, or pins or things of that nature. But for the most part, I'm finally completed. Thanks a lot, Bumper. The picture. We're definitely going to get a triple T patch. That's for sure. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. See, yeah, thanks a lot, AV. Thanks a lot, Vero. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Bumper, for real. How long have I been collecting those? Ghostface, I started collecting patches. Funny enough, I got the first patches that are on that from the Preserve Halloween Festival. I got like the Reanimator patch and the Halloween patch from there. And something just told me I should start collecting patches because they don't take up a lot of space. I didn't even really have the idea of doing a battle vest then. It wasn't until I started to go to more conventions and I saw other convention goers, put together their own vests. I was just like, you know what, that's a very cool idea and a very functional way to show my fandom. And to be honest, I've always wanted to do one, being a fan of like metal and punk. I would see guys at like concerts with them, and I'm like, man, that's a very cool look. One of these days, I want to do one. So I just felt motivated to finally do one after I found a vest, a vintage Levi's vest that I'm like, that would be the perfect battle vest. And felt motivated to finally start to learn to sew. So that was the other major obstacle to get over. But the sewing wasn't that bad. It was mainly just the time and wanting to do everything pretty much right. But I would say altogether in regards to time, about 3 years. The channel's going on 3 years, so yeah, I would say about 3 years. Hey, thanks a lot, Tony, in regards to the wristbands. I'm glad that you enjoy the idea of the wristband. You as well, Vero. Feel like this is a great way to commemorate the places that you go to. Yeah, totally. And I wanted to, it would be a cool way to show people like, hey, I've gone to this con, I've gone to that con, and inspire other people to do cool things like that too. So, whenever I come across another wristband, I definitely will be adding them to them. Yeah, that's right, Tony. DIY, exactly. That's the only way to do it. I can't have my mom. So my battle vest, that's not going to be cool. I'd be a poser then. You left the window? Yeah, I know. I'm a huge Suspiria fan, so that window is iconic. So, I know you're not technically supposed to have more than one reference to an album, an artist, or a movie on your battle vest. But I'm like, forget that. I'm gonna have my little Suspiria pin with the hanging woman, and also the window on the back. Old school. I did old school by hand, man. Low overhead. I wasn't going to spend money on a sewing machine, knowing that knowing that I'll probably mess up. So I figured that sewing by hand would probably be a bit easier for me starting off. But um, I learned from some pretty cool videos. I'm a very visual learner, so I found some very cool like alternative chicks that did sewing, and they explained it very well enough for me to say, okay, I think I can get this. And it turned out pretty decent enough, I think. Oh, I should show you guys the inside. I forgot. Tony said show the inside lining. So as you'll see here, the different colors of the string that I used. So whatever color, well, hold on, let me get a little closer. Oops, sorry. So you'll see like whatever color was kind of like offset on the inside. I kind of use that as the threading needle. So some greens, some oranges, blacks, pinks, purples, just whatever. So I figured that would actually work pretty cool. Oh, I forgot to turn the chat back on. So there we go. Yeah, I just went old school. Yeah, straight DIY, man. I figured, all of my rock icons would appreciate that. When Lemmy would be very disappointed if I got my mom to sew my battle vest together. Hey, I'm glad that you think so, Tony, man. So I can't wait to wear it at a convention. Now I'm pretty sure that if I'm not mistaken, Texas Frightmare is going to be the first place that I'll be able to wear it. And then I'll be in California, and then eventually Arizona. When we get to the Arizona one, it's going to be a blast, guys. You're a seamstress? Oh, nice. You know what? You're so right, Ghosty, because it's really kind of inspired me to want to try a few other things. So you're right with it being an excellent skill. I totally think that my mom and grandma would totally be proud of me. My aunt, who was a seamstress, I think that if she could see me today, she would say, "You know what? I think you did a pretty decent job for your first time." So I'm really glad to hear that, Ghosty. Man, guys, I'm so glad for these moments to hang out with you and just explore and express my fandom with you guys. What's the name? You would call him a tailor, a net male version of a seamstress. Yeah, tailor. Only works around dongs. Yeah, triple. You would be quadruple T then. Two turned Tony the tailor. Well, yeah. So quintuple, quintuple T then, because we have to count the and the. Yeah, two turned Tony the tailor. Yeah, you guys are awesome, man. But yeah, I couldn't wait to see Demons 2 with you guys tonight. And it's even going to be more fun catching Posse and The Void. It will be a good mix because some of you guys haven't seen Posse and some of you guys haven't seen The Void. So I can't wait to hear what you guys think of the two, especially Posse, because I think it's a very underrated gem. Extremely underrated. So if you're a fan of like 90s hip hop, definitely be there. It is something to behold for sure. A wonderful, wonderful, or a seamster. There you go. See, there you go, a ghosty. You guys are like so awesome. I'm so excited for tomorrow. We're gonna get together again and watch, like I said, watch Posse and The Void. Be ready for some great Western fun and some great Lovecraftian body horror slash practical effects in homage, similar to like The Thing. So, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Remember, guys, I am your travel guide, Brendon. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Um, be there tomorrow at the same time. And remember, guys, that it is scary in those streets. So let me know that you made it home safely. I'll see you travelers tomorrow. Take it easy.